when Shaq was hurt, what that meant for you going into this season?
It helped a lot last year, but this year's a new year, so can't really harp on it too much. Just got to keep working every day this year because this year is all that's going to count. Last year's home runs aren't going to win today's game. So
Didn't take anything just from
of course you take the experience away from it, playing on a big stage, but it's a new year, so you just got to start over.
So what are your goals now in this spring now that you're going to get all the first-team reps and you're going to be in a position you haven't before?
My goal is just to help the team as much as I can. I can't say I'll be Shaq like he was last year. Can't say I'll be Dodd. I'm going to be Austin Bryant, and that's all I can do is just give everything I have, and hopefully it'll help the defense.
You recognize from the last few years of Vic Beasley and Shaq Lawson and Dodd being here how critical it was to have a pass rusher who could disrupt the game plan?
Oh, yeah, it was real critical. They helped win some games for us last year, so hopefully the ends we got this year, including myself, we can do the same.
How exciting is it to see all the guys that he just mentioned, what they were able to do in their careers, what they're able to go do at the next level, and now you have a chance to kind of follow in their footsteps?
Oh, man, it's awesome. I mean, just coming from high school and watching those guys as they got older and older and they got better and better every year, and to be able to play with some potential first-round picks last year, I mean, it was a big help. So I know a lot because of them. So it was a great experience to play with those guys.
What'd you learn playing behind a guy like Shaq last year?
Just always have that motor going. Always know what you're doing every play. Give great effort, and most of all, make plays. That's what he did. So that's what I'm gonna try to do.
What's the one thing you noticed about Shaq and his work ethic that stood out that said, okay, I got to emulate that?
Just on the field, he was relentless. Games and practice. He was one guy that, he always had a smile on his face whether we was practicing or playing the game. So I think that's what I really took from Shaq was, just have fun with it every day and, don't make too much out of it. Don't get too high, don't get too low. Just have fun with it.
Do you think your style is closer to Shaq or Kevin, one or the other?
I wouldn't say it's closer to one or the other. I try to take away things from things that Shaq did and things that Kevin did. So, maybe a mix of both, but nowhere, not a concentration in either one of them.
Also, I'm guessing you weren't thinking that both of those guys were gonna leave. What is it like to basically overnight be the guy at defensive end and to see those two guys?
It was just a great opportunity, At the beginning of the year, a lot of people knew Shaq was probably going to leave. Dodd had a great year, so it was his time to go. So, it's just a great opportunity to, do what I can do. I love this game. That's why I'm here to play it. So, it's just an opportunity, so I just got to make the most of it.
Dabo said that you're a natural leader. Do you feel like you can kind of take on a leadership role in that defensive end room this year?
I definitely think so. I'm one of the ones that played a significant amount of snaps, so I think I can be that leader. I know I can, so it's just a matter of me earning the respect of the guys around me. And, that's just going to take coming out here in the practice field and practicing as hard as I can each and every day, giving effort in the classroom, in the meeting rooms, everything. And if they see that, then, they'll want to follow somebody like that.
When you're losing so many starters from that defense, how crucial is it for everyone who's in a playing role to kind of take on a little bit of that leadership burden?
I think we all have to, take on a bit of that leadership role if we want to get to where we want to be at the end of this year. So it's not just one specific guy that needs to do that. Every guy on the defense needs to take ownership of their part and do their role, and hopefully be where we want to be at the end of next year.
As a defensive end, how much does it help you to have such talent coming back in the interior defensive tackle?
Oh, that's big. Those guys are move guys out the way for us. Get us one-on-one matchups. So that's big to have. Carlos, Christian, Scott, Drill. We got two big freshmen came in. So it's gonna be a big help. Have those big guys down inside taking up blocks.
You mentioned Dexter and Niles coming in. What are your first impressions of how they played so far?
They done well. They came in physically in a good spot. Dex is a daggone oak tree. So, he takes up a lot of space. He can move well. So, it's going to be good playing with those guys in the coming years.
Is there an element of pressure to kind of be that next guy up after a succession of defensive ends have had success here?
I wouldn't say pressure. I think you just, you want to do well. So, that's all it is. You just want to, you want to do your part and help the team. And I think that's all. I don't think you have to see it as pressure. You just see it as an opportunity.
Is Christian a guy that's already kind of taken on a big leadership role, even being a younger guy?
Oh yeah, of course. You know, he played a significant amount of snaps last year, so you know he kind of has experience, and you know he's good with all the young guys. Helps them out whenever they need it. So Christian's been a big help this year, this offseason thus far, and then he'll continue to do that. 'Cause, you know, Christian's a great person.
He stepped in for Shaq nicely last year when he was injured. How much confidence does a strong late season showing give you heading into this year?
I mean, it gives you a lot of confidence. Last year, you know, going into the national championship game, and of course going into this year as well. But can't rely on that. You just got to start over. You know, I'm glad I got the experience, and I'm just ready, you know, start over this year and make another run at it.
Thanks, Austin.
No problem.
Thank you.
Yeah.